Hi everyone, it's Veronica Events and the editor-in-chief of the Wedding Planner Lifestyle magazine. We are going live, about to get started. Sorry, I just had a little mishap before I went live. Just waiting for my special guest and then we'll get started. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're unable to join me, then you can definitely take a look at the video. I'll have it posted on our YouTube channel, which is the Wedding Planner Lifestyle channel. It will be on there. Hi! Oh, she's waving to join. First things first, let's remove this old landscape. Then I'll have a blank canvas so I can install a beautiful covered porch with a custom railing and metal roof arch. Next. Okay, just one second. I'm just trying to get Mary on. Hi, Mary. I can see you waving, but I don't see the connection. Just one second. Okay, here.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hi!
How are you?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can, very well.
You can? Okay, just one second. I'm not sure why I can't hear you.
All right.
That is so weird.
I can hear you very, very well.
Oh my goodness, I can't hear you at all. It's like, it.
Really?
Do you want to say hello? I can't. For some reason, my audio.
Hi. It's very, I can hear you. I can hear you very well.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Hold on. Want to say something?
Hello?
Perfect. That's perfect. Perfect.
Now you
I can hear you now. Yes,
amazing.
perfect. How are you? Oh my God.
Finally.
Welcome. I know. Welcome. It's been, you and I have gone back and forth without anyone else. So, hello, everyone. I don't want to get into it before we say welcome. This evening, the beautiful Oliveira is joining us. And I did the introduction on Facebook today regarding your store and the great things you're doing in Toronto. But you and I are going to get into a conversation, of course, but I'd like to welcome you first. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it.
No, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Such a pleasure to be here. I'm happy that we finally made it. It has been a while that we've been talking to make it possible, and the schedule was not the same.
That's right.
I'm more than happy to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Like you said, the schedules, when you're not traveling, I'm traveling, and we would go back and forth, and you're like, oh, well, I'll be back this day, and and we just couldn't make it, but everything is perfect in God's timing. So the timing is perfect. Here we are. So what I want to do is, first of all, I want to get to know you a little bit. I know we have something in common because we're both South Americans, which is amazing.
Yes.
There you go. But I wanted to get started for people in our city that don't know you that well, and not anything deep and personal, just getting to know who you are and what you're about and what you do in the city. So tell us a little bit about Mary.
Beautiful. So I'm Mary. I'm Brazilian. I'm living in Toronto for 7 years. Wow. 7 years already. And, I'm here to make people happy and create moments of joy with my chocolate creations.
Awesome.
So pretty much I am a chocolatier. I'm the founder of Mary's Brigadeiro Handcrafted Chocolate. It's a chocolate store specialized in the art of making Brazilian confections that we call Brigadeiro. It's
Brigadeiro. You see, Mary, that's the word I didn't want to say. And if you can remember, when I sent you the email, I said, listen, you're going to break that word down for us because we don't want to pronounce it incorrectly. And that's the reason why I didn't even say it in my intro. So I'd like you to say it again slowly so we can get it. Okay. You want to get it right. It's important.
Brigadeiro. Brigadeiro.
Brigadeiro.
Beautiful. Here we go.
Thank you. Thank you. And what does that
Easy.
mean in your culture? What does that mean?
Brigadeiro, there is no right translate to English. It's actually
Okay.
the name of the confection. Like
I
in
see.
Paris, they have macaron.
Yes,
Belgium,
yes.
they have truffle. In
I
Brazil, we have
see.
brigadeiro. That's pretty
Got it.
much a combination of a truffle, a caramel, or even a fudge, but much more
Okay.
creamier and smoother compared to other chocolate confections.
Wonderful.
It's
So
like
you have
experiencing chocolate.
yes, I know. So like every other country in Europe that we know, we're very familiar in the wedding business, as you know, with macaroons. Everyone knows a macaroon. So it's something similar, not the same, but it's specific to Brazil, and it has its
Yes.
own name, but it's called Brigadeiro.
Yes, that's correct.
Wonderful. And how did you get into this business? How did this beautiful woman from Brazil get into this business? Tell
Thank
us
you.
your journey.
So pretty much I never thought that I will end up into food business.
Right.
Anything related with food. It was not in my in my crazy dreams, pretty much.
Oh
But
wow.
I grew up watching my mom preparing chocolates, appetizers, just to sell as an extra
Yes.
income. In Brazil, it's so popular that we watch our family members making something different in their home, in their own kitchen, and
Okay.
literally going door to door to sell, even like other small business.
Wow.
So they make something special and offer to other small local business, and hey, I prepared this. Would you like to buy? And I grew up seeing my mom doing this
I
since when I
see.
was a
Okay.
child. So pretty much when I look at back, I always tell to people that I feel that I was receiving free training in my entire life
Actually, that's a
because
good way of putting it. Yes.
yes, because
Yes.
pretty much I was watching my mom doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So she was the first real and natural entrepreneur that I ever seen before. But at that
Ah.
time, maybe 20 years ago, we never
Yes,
saw that as an entrepreneur, as a
that is correct.
business.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
something extra to support the family. I don't
Family,
want
that's
you
right.
to do this. Don't go to the path because it's so hard. So
That's
this was the
true.
mentality that I was growing with. But she was
Yes.
the first, was the
Oh,
first
wow.
to that natural Russell thing to make things
Right.
happen. So I was in totally different path. So pretty much I studied business administration for 4 years back in Brazil. I was
Right.
working in a private company at human resources, direct with people. And then, yeah, crazy
Yeah.
enough. And then it was a moment of my life, 22, 21, 20, 22 years old. I was just tired. I was tired for what I was doing inside of a private
Right.
company. I didn't was receiving like much value inside of the company, but I was
Okay.
so desperate for something new, for something with more purpose in life. So I was
Right.
not
Yes.
happy. And I was like pretty much young, just finished my graduation. I had a chance to visit Canada just to see the country,
Amazing.
my first country that was outside of Brazil. So I was like, oh my
Right.
God, I needed to find something. So I
Yes.
was fired. Fun enough story. I was fired from the company when I was in that transition to find something to propose. I took a little bit time to find another job, finding something that I was more happy about, more passionate.
Right.
Then I just decided to help my mom. And then I was totally in love for the art of chocolate, for
Well,
the
you know
art of
what?
the brigadeiro. Pretty much like this.
Sorry. You know what? Sometimes it takes just a little bit of the firing or just
Yes.
pausing for a minute. And in that pause, you pause and you start to take stock of what is important.
Yes.
And
Yes.
apparently you did exactly that. And from seeing your mom growing up and actually working, being the first entrepreneur that you had close ties to and see what it takes, the work that goes into it, that's something
Totally.
that you decided, yes, after your 9 to 5 that you wanted to get into, which is absolutely wonderful because a lot of our inspiration and our mentors, as I would usually say, most times should come from people that you're close to, which are your parents. I mean, you can be inspired by people outside of yourself, but mentorship should come from people that are close to you. You see them doing
100%.
it, exactly, and watching them and go from there. Because we can be inspired by many people, but it's important to have a really strong family support and see the hard work going into your hardworking family members. So it translates over into you running this business and being able to be an entrepreneur and starting that business. That was a really big step. Now, the next question I want to ask you about this business, I know that a business like that has to do with chocolates and making different just the treats a little bit different because you have to have something different to offer. Now, how did it come about in your business that you started and then you started working with people and putting your team together? What was that process like? Making decision what to do. I know you knew what to do already because that was from your upbringing, but the business aspect of it, because you're a businesswoman also.
What do you mean? You mean like the main idea to put the business
Yes,
together and then
yes,
bring people?
yes,
So
absolutely.
pretty much when I ended up in Toronto, I saw
Yes.
a niche. I saw an open market to try
Uh-huh.
different things. So in that time, I saw an opportunity to introduce something totally new to North America from my
Right.
culture. So I was questioning myself. Back in
Yeah.
Brazil, we have phenomenal things: food,
Right.
art, artisans, like so many things to show to the
Yeah.
world, and
Right.
nobody did it before. So I was like, why? Why nobody did this? And
Yes,
we have
yes,
so many
yes,
beautiful
yes.
things to show. So I was like, okay, you know what? I watched my mama making chocolates. If I had a chance to live here in this country, I really wanted to open my own business. So
Okay.
I just took something that was so close to me and adapted to North America. So the best scenario it was to introduce a new type of chocolate confections that people was always looking for something new. So okay, so I have a chance, I have an opportunity, so why not? So I give it a shot and
Okay.
pretty much decided to open the business, and the rest is the story.
Were you formally trained, apart from your mom? Were you formally trained here? Any kind of
Yes,
schooling
yes.
you have? Tell us about
Yeah.
that. Tell us a little bit
So
about that.
back in Brazil, what I learned from my mom was the basics, pretty much.
Okay.
And then I needed to looking for more information, how to deal with the chocolate, how to choose the
Okay.
best type of chocolate, how to dealing with all the process of running a business in chocolate,
Right.
a food business. And then it's much more than create a recipe. It's much more than just have a beautiful product to show that people love
Right.
it, how to run a
Correct.
food business in a
Yes.
country that's not mine, with
My
different
yes. Yes.
rules, different everything,
Certifications, health
everything
and
that you could
safety. Yes.
imagine.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes. Yes.
language,
Yes. The
um,
language too. That's right.
everything. Like there are so many little things that in that time I just didn't think it. I just had this crazy dream, an opportunity, and much energy to just let's make it. This will work because I
Wonderful.
saw that people love the thing, this new thing that we are bringing. So why not? Let's try.
Right. Awesome. Now, where are you located?
We are located at the east end of Toronto, Danforth with Woodbine.
Okay, I'm familiar with that area because I grew up around there. I grew up in Danforth
Oh,
and Jones. Yes. Yes,
oh,
that's
so it's pretty
Greektown.
close.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's Greektown.
that's
So, okay. So,
amazing.
yes, 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 yes. Jones Station, I used to get off at. That's a long time ago. We're not going to go into that because then
Okay.
my age comes.
Okay,
I'm
no
gonna leave
problem.
that. Yes, yes. I'm just gonna go for. Okay. So, do you do anything international? Like, is the business international? Do you ship overseas? What is the business? Is it just in Canada? Tell us a little bit about that.
So we have
For
the
those
online
that are
store.
listening, because we have people listening from Europe also. So, if
Amazing.
they're looking, yes, yes, they are. Yes,
So pretty much the business is located in Toronto, but we
yes.
have our online store that we send the chocolates globally. So
Okay.
anywhere that allows to receive
Right.
gifts as chocolate, we
Chocolate.
are
Okay.
sending them. So we have like many clients in Europe, United States, so this is not a problem for us. And
Okay.
we are more than capable to ship the chocolates creations overseas.
And I love what you said about it, wherever will allow, because we're
Yeah,
aware that certain countries importing food
yeah,
maybe it's not a problem, but maybe. So I'm glad that you actually said that wherever would allow. My other question to you about is any celebrity orders. You know, we always want to ask about celebrities. Have you ever, and you don't have to say a name because we know for privacy, but anyone in Toronto or international, just a little, you know, if you want to drop a hint,
yes,
maintain their privacy, yes.
yes.
Okay, anyone that, okay, just give us an industry. Basketball, hockey, what is their industry?
Uh, it was a famous one. It is still famous. Is an actor from United
Ah,
States who lives
okay,
here in Toronto now. So
okay.
this is one, and we had a few like requests that the person just gave us just a little bit details because they were like their personal secretary.
Yes, yes,
So they could not mention many details, so it was like a little bit a surprise. We could not know the
right.
name, all of
Yeah.
the stuff, could not know the address. A driver just came to pick it up. By the end, we knew who was the person.
Who it was.
Yes, so we had
Okay, so
a few
that's why I asked, because
celebrities.
I know, just like myself, if you're working with certain clients and they're high end, they usually don't want you name dropping. You're not supposed to anyway, but you know who they are, and you're like, yeah, I did work with so and so, but you're not mentioning any names. So that's wonderful. So that's
Yes.
great to know. Also, always really good, and they're always anonymous, and certain things have to be secret, and you know, people coming in big coats and hats and all that stuff.
That's
So,
true.
but it's
That's true.
wonderful that yes, 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 for privacy.
But
Now, what I wanted to ask you also, what do you want us to know about you? Just about you and about the business.
about me, I could say
Yes.
more.
And
I could
I'm
say a little
asking,
bit.
I'll tell you why I asked. I'll tell you why I asked.
Yeah.
You did the campaign for Amex, and that's how you came to my attention.
Oh,
Because I never
yes.
saw your profile until I saw the poster, and then I was like, "Well, who is this big hair girl?" Because I like my hair big. That's how I read. Yeah, I was like, the hair is huge, and then I started to actually do my research in a sense to find out, and then I found you on Instagram, and that's how I
That's
started following you.
amazing. That's
Yes.
amazing. Thank you for
So
this campaign. It always helps.
that I know the campaign was amazing. Tell us a little
It's
bit about
beautiful.
that, how you got involved in the campaign and how that's chosen. Just in case anyone that's listening as an entrepreneur, a woman or a man, and they're looking to be part of it, how do you become part of that campaign? Are you selected? Do you apply? Is there funds supplied? Is there training? Just share a little bit of that. Thank you.
So the campaign was through American Express, the Shop Local
Right.
campaign. They pretty much
Yes.
select every year a few specific business owners who has a nice story to share
Okay.
globally, pretty much like
Right.
this. We started this campaign in 2020 in the middle of the pandemic when the government was like, open, close, open, close. So pretty much like this. We don't know what to do.
Yes, I can remember that.
Crazy times. So pretty
Yes.
much they were like supporting other business to highlight them. So food business, barbershop,
Yes.
different types of business. So pretty much was client of us who was involved into the campaign. She was one of our, she was a fan like of us. She really believes in the purpose of the business. That's a women leading business who support others with a nice story. So she pretty much invited
Wonderful.
us if she could highlight Mary's Brigadeiro story,
Right.
highlight my journey and the entire business itself with this globally campaign. So it was pretty much how we got involved. So they invited
Oh,
us to be part of this, and it was such an amazing experience. But more than this, it was bigger than I could imagine. Uh,
it was big. Like I said, I saw you and I was like, who is this girl? And then I saw the hair too, and I was like, wow, because I like the big hair too. So I was attracted. Well, it's not that you're not beautiful, but I went for, I was like, the hair. And then I saw you with the actual tray of chocolates, and I was like, okay, I need to look into this. So, like I said, that's how I think,
That's amazing.
it
That's
became familiar
amazing.
to me. Yes.
So it
That's
was pretty much
wonderful.
how we were involved. But until then, I could say it didn't happen as a suddenly. I was
Yes.
working to the business for 4, 5 years, and sharing
Okay.
as much as I could my story so the others know the purpose of the business and what about I was
Right.
doing here in Canada. And I think it was like, because people asked me pretty much, how you got involved? You paid for this? Did they select you? Why did they invite you? These crazy questions. But it pretty much, I think it's work of years of doing
Yes.
something
Yes.
phenomenal, of doing something
Correct.
with love
Absolutely.
and correct
Yes.
year by year. And
Correct.
then I didn't like to use the word lucky, but if I need to
Blessed.
use this word, lucky found me working really hard.
Absolutely.
Pretty much
Yes.
like this, and the
Blessed
work
found
of
you
the
working
entire
really
team.
hard. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what happens. That's part of the process as a woman. We find a passion because that's what it is. Even from a child, it sounds to me that it was a passion. You learned that from your mother. The work ethic was from your mother. And of course, you grew up seeing it. You incorporated that. And that's what it is. So diligent and hard work and passion produces great results. And then
Totally agree.
someone else saw you. They felt passionate about what you're passionate about. And they decided that, you know what, I think she's perfect for the American Express campaign. And that was it was beautifully done. And the one thing about it too is that we don't see a lot of youth in those kind of campaigns. And
Yes.
like I said, it was so beautiful to see. So, I know there are going to be lots of other women or men that they would actually choose, but to see you in that campaign, my heart was warm. Like I said, I saw it and like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
that's true. And it's interesting because in the beginning, I have no idea how far this campaign would go. And they
Yeah.
was like pretty much pushing and pushing year after year. But
Wow.
when I noticed like how big it was pretty much when they decided to share the campaign and the picture at Dundas Square.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when I saw that I was there, and then when I saw that I was on Billboard and at Pearson Airport, and the people were
Yes.
sending me pictures and doing like, yes, like so hard to see a black woman there, like
Yes.
the
Yes.
story that they are highlighting. Then I was like, wow. So the
Yes.
representation really matters. I'm more than happy to just be there and to
Absolutely.
share a little bit about my
Yes.
story, and if I can, to
Yes.
inspire
Yes.
others as a
Yes.
woman, as a black woman, as an immigrant, as an entrepreneur, as whatever, all these titles,
Whatever.
I'm
That's
more
right.
than happy to share what I can. So it was
Oh,
nice. It was
that's
beautiful
wonderful.
to see.
Absolutely wonderful. Now, what I want to ask, I have three more questions.
Sure.
What is and I know because you are a chocolatier, is that right? Would be the right
Yeah.
term for
Yes.
you? I know you really can't pick a favorite. That would be biased. So I'm going to ask then people would be like,
Go ahead.
they'll be like, well, she said that one and that's the one I want. So we want you to buy everything, like try everything and buy everything. So my question to you would be, what is one of your favorite? Just one of your favorite.
Just one, I
Yes.
could say it's the caramelized white coconut.
Okay, caramelized white coconut. Okay, so we get white and we get coconut. What is the caramelized part of it? Explain that to us. As
So
simple as
first,
possible.
I love coconut. Everything with
Yes.
coconut, it's my thing.
Of
But
course, South Americans already. Coconut.
Brazil loves sweet things.
Yes.
Part of our culture.
Correct.
I work with dark chocolate, amazing chocolates, everything between, but I grew
Yes.
up eating sweet stuff. So
Okay.
the process to make the brigadeiro, we use lots of condensed milk.
Yes, we love that. That's the one you would open as a child and lean your head. That one. Yes. That one. Yes.
I am a condensed milk girl. I
Me
love
too. I'm a
dark chocolate.
condensed milk kind of girl. Yes.
I always
Love
had
it on
that.
ice cones too. Remember the snow cones and you put the condensed milk
100%.
on the ice cones. Wonderful. Okay.
That's
So
amazing.
that's condensed milk.
So it's a condensed milk that, so the process to make the brigadeiro, we needed to cook the condensed milk with butter and chocolate.
Ah.
But the caramelized white coconut, we just don't add the chocolate. So it's the pure condensed milk cooking itself with butter and white
I
chocolate if you
see,
want.
and white
So
chocolate.
with the process, the condensed milk caramelized. So there's, you know, that final notes of dulce de leche caramel.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the brigadeiro caramelized itself, so it has that dulce de leche notes, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
sweet.
I can
With
imagine.
coconut, it's my
No,
thing.
not yeah. Now that's the disadvantage because after this conversation, I have to find myself to your store. I know you've invited me more than once. I haven't come out, but I have to come out because I have to taste it. I really do, and especially the one with
Please
coconut. So
do. No, it's
yes,
amazing.
definitely.
If you
And
like
we
sweet
want
stuff,
everyone.
this is the
Yes,
flavor.
awesome. The other thing is, do you have anything new for the season that you'd like to share with the audience? Any new products for the season? Anything new that you're doing? Either you did for, well, we're heading into fall, so summer, fall, for end of year, because the holidays are coming up and people tend to give a lot of chocolates for
Yes.
Christmas, and then we go into the new year and we get into Valentine's. So what are we looking forward to without giving away any secrets? Anything new that you'd like to talk about that's coming up for the holidays?
My God, it's crazy to think about it. Holidays is like fast approaching, and 2 months and
Yes,
a
it
half, the
is.
year it's
It
done.
is.
It's
It is.
crazy.
Absolutely.
So it's nothing something new, but became traditional to us. In Brazil,
Okay.
it's extremely common. It's also part of our traditional. The panettone, the Italian panettone.
The
It's
Italian panettone. I
huge.
know the panettone.
It's huge. But in
Wow.
Brazil, we have the chocolate chip version. So instead of dry fruits, that I
Yes.
don't like it, is the chocolate chip version. So pretty much we brought this to our business year after year, and people were always waving and waiting for that product. So it's the
Uh-huh.
chocolate chip panettone that we
Yeah.
remove at the center and fill it up with a creamy version of the brigadeiro.
I
So
see. Oh my
it
gosh.
becomes like a cake, but it's the panettone, filled with
Mm-hmm.
brigadeiro. And when you
Yes.
cut, it's like layers of brigadeiro
Layers.
and the panettone. It's unbelievable. It's amazing as a
I
dessert.
can
But we
imagine.
also have the petit version, the small version
Right.
that people would love to give them as a
Ah.
gift. So
Yes.
this is
Yes.
our specialty that people are like already asking and asking because it's
Oh
such a
my
limited edition
goodness.
that we made it.
Yes.
And other than that, of course, we bring always the holiday flavors and
Yes.
all that fun stuff for Christmas and everything in between. But the
Yeah.
chocolate panettone with brigadeiro, it's our signature product for holidays.
Wonderful. And that sounds wonderful for our business too, which is the wedding
Yes.
business.
Yes.
Because if you're giving boostas or bomboneras, and you
Oh,
want to give
yes,
a gift
yes.
to the guests, yes, you can actually do that on the table for them. So it sounds like something actually, and the mini version sounds wonderful because a panettone tends to be, I always say it's an acquired taste in the sense where it's a little drier in the
Yes.
texture. So to have a brigadeiro in the middle and just soften it, it sounds like a wonderful combination of dry and sweet in that
It's
sense.
amazing. It helps
Yeah,
with the moist inside of the
the moist.
panettone.
There you
So
go.
it gets
Oh my
softy
god.
and moisty and
Yeah.
creamy. It's
Oh.
unbelievable. It's really, really good.
Okay, so we're getting hungry and thirsty and everything else, and then we
I
want to ask.
know. Now
Yes,
I
I know,
am
I
craving
know,
my
I know.
chocolates right now, but I
I
didn't bring anyone.
I have to be careful when I come in. They'll tell me to the door and say, okay, Veronica, you'll just have one. But I just want to taste the particular one with the coconut. I definitely want to take that
I got
because
you.
that
You can pick
takes
that
me
up.
back home. Awesome. The other question I had for you is, have you worked in the wedding industry per se, providing any of your products to banquet halls or wedding planners or anything to do with the wedding business? Because that's part of my business. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yes.
you have?
Yes, we did. We still doing like a few wedding
Oh,
favors.
okay.
So the boxes that we have available and the options that we work with, it's really adaptable for wedding favors and even like the catering part of the
The
suite
catering parts.
table.
Okay.
So we pretty much we have both availability
Well, okay.
for the weddings. And
For
it's
the
nice
weddings also.
because pretty much people outside Toronto and even in other provinces, they are requesting the chocolates. So we are able to ship it then by
To
mail.
ship it there,
So
that's
it's
wonderful.
quite crazy because we noticed that people who was actually visiting the Toronto, visiting town,
Yes.
and had a chance to try our chocolate creations, they were like, "Oh my God, are we able to ship them to Vancouver, for example?" And we did. So
Wow.
we are into the wedding favors, and we produce different types of customization with the boxes,
Yes.
and even for the sweet table. So pretty much everything that we offer, we are able to adapt into the wedding world.
Absolutely. That is so wonderful.
Yeah.
So I just have to say to all the planners and all the venues
Yes, please
and the
do.
brides also and grooms and mothers of the brides and auntie of the brides, she is available. Her product is available to us for wedding favors, to go on the sweet table. So make sure you follow her on Instagram. I have them. You can go to my link on the page and you'll see her link and you can follow her. And then, of course, you can inquire. You can send her an email and inquire regarding her product and to find out what is new. And do you actually do anything custom, Mary? I wanted to ask you that.
We do the custom for the boxes.
The
For
boxes. Okay.
the boxes, we are able to
Okay.
custom the boxes with a
Okay.
specific custom tag, custom sticker with a personal message. But
Okay.
also a few flavors, it depends on the quantity, we are able to custom the flavor itself.
Okay, wonderful. And I know that that involves cost, like everything else.
Yes,
You know,
pretty
it
much.
involves cost. Based on your
Yeah.
budget, it involves cost. So if it's worth you doing and they have enough to offset your cost, then you don't mind doing it at all.
Yeah, not at
That's
all.
part of the
We
business.
right now
Yeah.
we offer between 15 and 20 flavors. So
Yeah.
people has lots of options, but we always receive a very specific request to custom made flavors specifically for the event. And this is not a
Okay.
problem for us.
Wonderful. That's good to know. Now, what I want to ask you also, one other thing is, tell me or share with us your favorite funny client story. Favorite and funny. Because we
Favorite and
always, you
funny.
know, the funny thing is, in our business, we always deal with clients. We deal with clients who are amazing. We deal with clients who are not so amazing. And then we deal with clients who are not so amazing, but based on our service, they become amazing clients. So we have an opportunity to turn it around. So tell us about a funny story. There's
My
something that you
God.
can remember.
I'm trying to remember if it was funny or not.
If it's not, you can still share it. I mean, it depends
Well,
on how
yeah.
much you want to share. Yeah.
Well, it's not like it became funny by the
Okay.
end, but so pretty much we had a client, really sweetheart, but
Yeah.
we went into a negotiation into the chocolates because she really wanted the chocolates into a pizza box.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so pretty much sometimes we receive like crazy requests, and this was one of them because she was extremely integrated to not have our own boxes and having to the pizza box, or even if she
Right.
could bring like her container, and we will fill it up the container. So this was like something. It was funny, but by the end was like a weird request. But
Yes.
something that for us is not like kind of funny, but it was close to my heart. It's something like because we are in a neighborhood area, so we had so many kids that pretty much we saw growing up because we are there almost 4 years with the storefront. So
Okay.
it's cute and it's funny for us watching the little kids who
Yes.
had their first chocolate brigadeiro experience with us,
Aww.
who pretty much now they are going to the school, as I could say,
Yes.
the
Yes.
child care, and we pretty much watching them how they could learn to pronounce the word brigadeiro,
I know.
and it was
It is a
beautiful and it's
challenge for an
funny.
adult.
Totally,
Yes.
totally. So this is something that it's quite amazing to see other people that's totally outside of the Brazilian
Yes.
community and the kids try to pronounce the word brigadeiro and be part of this new culture of chocolate
Yes.
that we brought to Canada.
Okay, thank you so much. Also, finally, tell us a little bit about your. I've read something that I'd like you to explain to us, and I know
Okay.
you are very big on mentorship, as I am. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing in the community as part of your business. If there's any classes, any training,
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing any type of mentorship and any kind of charity work, whether it's in the Danforth area, like I said, I know the area, Greektown,
Mm-hmm.
or anywhere else in Canada. How are you spreading the word, not only giving back to personally, but giving back as part of your business?
So pretty much there are two different sides in the business that we are giving back the community, but I really want to do much more. And then now the
Okay.
business has a little bit more capacity to do it. So one thing that's really important for me, we are now able to create a specific products and collections that 100% of the profits go to a charity or organization that we believe that is doing such a great job into the community.
Wonderful.
So every year, every season, like different seasons,
Yeah.
Valentine's, Easter, Mother's Day, holidays, we create specific products and goes direct to the organization. So in our online store and even in our social media, we have
Yeah.
all the organizations that we were able to support. So pretty much
Okay.
when people were buying, we are in a phase that I'm really, really blessed that we don't necessarily need the profit anymore. You know what I mean? So we are
Okay.
able to give it back and support the
To give it
organization.
back.
So we
Yes.
have multiple organizations that we were able. One that's
Do
really
you want to
close to me.
mention just do you want to mention just a few? You
Yeah.
said many, so I know you may not be mentioned to all. How important? Okay, my question is, if you're contributing to many, is it close to your heart in a specific way where it's something in your family, or you're just contributing to the organization? Is it personal?
Both. It's the
Both.
most for me. It's personal.
Yeah.
I'll give
Okay.
you an example. The first one that we were able to support was a specific one that gives back therapy, free therapy for Black families and indigenous
Yes.
people who could not support therapy. So
Oh,
it's a
wow.
group
It's
of Black
amazing.
therapists who was able
Yes.
to donate their time for a specific group of family people or individuals who could not afford therapy or any type of section for mental health. And
Okay.
during the pandemic, I could say like mental health was something more
Really big.
than
Yes.
necessary for me that I was not paying attention much. And then I see myself in a position that I really, really needed to take care of myself first, so I
Right.
could be able to give back and even be more into the business. So when
Yes.
I saw this opportunity to have something that we could give the profits and people could support, so this organization, it's try to remember the name because it's a long name, but I have this in our online store. But pretty
Okay.
much we was able to have custom masks, and
Yes.
100% of the profits was to this organization that they
Oh,
were
that's
able to give it
amazing.
back,
That's
free section.
amazing.
So this was
Yes.
the
Thank
one.
you. That's
And
amazing.
no, you're very welcome. The other one that was amazing for me, because I was able to support one of my ex-team members who decided to open her own business. So she was working with us and she decided to open her business, pastry, making macarons. And we were
Okay.
able to buy the macarons from her and create a collection. And
Oh,
this
wow.
collection was able to support an organization in Canada who was collecting funds and give back to the Ukrainian because of all the situation, the
Ukraine.
war,
That's right. Oh,
Ukraine.
my goodness.
So
Yeah.
she was also from Ukraine. So when we
Oh,
saw that,
wonderful.
we
God
were
bless
like,
her too. We
yeah.
appreciate
So
people giving back. We're about that. So that's wonderful.
and even like we are a small business. We still a
Yes.
small business.
Of
We are a
course. Of
company.
course.
The company is going very well, but we are a small business. But
Yes.
when we look at back and see that we are able to give at least a little bit back, at least to
Yes,
highlight
yes,
others, at
yes,
least to support them, at least to
yes.
spread the word. Why not? You know,
Of course, why not? That
why
is true.
not? Like, if I'm
Absolutely.
able to change at least one life,
One. There you go. You're putting the finger up to one. So just
at
one.
least one,
Absolutely, just one. That's right. That's
at
right. Just
least
one.
if I am able to inspire others, if I'm able to share about them, and
Yes.
a bigger organization, someone like much bigger is able to support more, my work, like the purpose of this, is done. So I really do like to
Amen.
give more and more and more back to
Yes.
different organizations. So not speaking about like organizations to support other Black people, other like
Yes.
Black on business,
Yes.
but also
Yes.
in general how I can support others who are surrounding me.
Correct. Yes.
So this is really important to me, and I'm more than happy to be in a position with the business to give back the profits to support others. So this is one like thing that's more than important to me right now. But I noticed that people speaking about women,
Yes.
immigrants, started looking for me as an inspiration. So they started asking me how I made it, how I'm still thriving, how I'm still in the business, how things are going. So I saw an opportunity to talk, just to talk to them, just to give my time to share my
Yes.
experience and see how I'm able to help
To
them.
inspire.
So
Yes.
day by day, I am able to talk with individuals, the personal side. But right
Yes.
now, I was able to really get access into the Futurepreneur program, specifically for Black-owned business owners and women-owned business as well. So right
Okay.
now, I am in a possibility to give my time to coordinate and support really, really early stage startup who
Okay.
has an idea, something about a related marketing strategic, online business, sales,
Online
so
business. Yes.
everything in between
That's
that
right.
with
And
my
scaling the business
experience,
too and all that. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So with my
Hmm.
experience now, I'm in the position to also mentor other business, but I'm really specific right now to try to give my time to other women, business, immigrants who are in the early stage, because I know how hard it is to be like in the
It
beginning
is. It is.
when you don't know
Well,
anyone.
oh, exactly. When you don't know anyone and you're looking for someone, and sometimes people want to withhold because it's not that they're afraid. They're thinking, okay, if I give you the information, you'll get ahead of me, and not thinking, no, I'm inspiring someone else who will inspire someone else. And that's what it's about. And if that person
Yes,
is willing to put that work in, then you don't mind being the inspiration. It's all about doing the work. It's all about being
totally,
diligent.
totally,
You know, that's right. You can inspire me all day, but if I don't put it into practice or into motion, if I don't do anything about it, then nothing comes out of it. There's no
exactly.
fruitfulness of it. So that's the thing about being an inspiration. And I've said before, even on my lives, that we have to get to a place as women, and I can see you're there already, that we have to understand that sharing our wisdom and giving our time is just as valuable as giving money. It's even
Yes,
more
yes,
valuable.
even more
That's our
value.
energy that
Yes,
we're sharing with them.
a hundred
And when
percent.
we're open, yeah, when we're open to mentorship, we are not afraid to share what we know because we are confident and bold in who we are and what we're doing. So to share something with someone else and to help someone else to scale their business. And there's, many people I've said before that I've been their mentors, tons of people. And we're not afraid to do that because that's okay. We want to see them thrive. We want to see them
Totally.
become successful. So I want to thank you so much for just even taking the time to be with me. I know it's 10 to 8.
My
But I want to
pleasure.
thank you so much. My regards to your entire team. Continue to be beautiful. Continue to do what you're doing.
Thank
You're
you.
one of a kind. I will
Thank
come
you.
by and make sure that I get to taste it,
Yes,
of
please,
course.
please come to
And
visit us.
yes, and great success. Now, tell us before you go where we can find you online because, like I said, I know you're on Instagram. Where else can we find you? Are you on Twitter too?
Yes, all the crazy social media that you guys can imagine.
Yes.
We have our presence there. So it's Mary's Brigadeiro. You can find
Okay.
us all the medias. The online store, it's marysbsweets.com because it's much easier than Mary's Brigadeiro.
Yes.
So Mary's B Sweets. This was another strategic.
Yes, yes, yes. And give us your website because they can go to your website also and information is there. What is your website?
So the website, it's Mary's, letter B, sweets.com. It's the website and the online store. I will even like share here. But it's the website and the online store that people can pretty much buy.
Yes, please share it so people can actually see it anywhere. Now, is there, because I know you wanted to ask, because she's like, Veronica, I want to ask you too, because I see you doing amazing stuff. What it is that you would like to ask me? What would you like to know about me? Because we talked about that. What would you like to know?
What's the purpose, the main purpose of what you were doing with your amazing business?
The main reason that I'm doing this.
Yeah, the main thing.
The main reason why I'm doing this, first of all, is that I'm a people person. I'm a people person. I've always been a people person. Just like yourself, I had a 9-to-5 too. Banking is my background, investment banking. Yes. So I know how to, when you make the money, I know how to tell you to invest the money.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes, that's my main. Banking is my back. I've always been a banker over my career, investment banker, you name it, banking. Worked for a major bank in Canada, assistant manager in investments. Yes, mortgages. I've been around the world in that organization. You know, when you started and you keep climbing the ladder and then you go all around and then you're like, I'm like furniture here. Put me in any department I can work because you know it that well. That's my background, banking. And then it was an easy transition for me to get into wedding planning because I was wedding planning while I was banking. And then it became kind of profitable. I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to do that. So love wedding planning, destination weddings, again, people. And then those skills from banking, money management, dealing with people, dealing with challenges, overcoming challenges. It was a really smooth trend. It's like soft skills I transferred from banking into my business.
I can
then, of course,
life always has something to give us a training for a big purpose in the future.
Absolutely.
So everything is so valuable.
It does. And I love it. And again, I love when I asked about the charity and you mentioned about mentoring and giving back and speaking to immigrants. Part of that, not with immigrants, but I'm into homelessness and abused women. I've always championed their cause. So that's something that I've worked in the community, continue to work in the community on. So it's always been people and women. That's what it is. And I do this, I've done it before, but I'm doing it consistently every Wednesday now because I'm in the wedding business. And there's a lot that I can share apart from, you know, tips for wedding. We can talk about issues like we're talking now, giving back in community and, you know, saying no and understanding ourselves as women in our business. And that's what I'm doing right now. So it's just a nice, smooth transition apart from, you know, speaking. I like public speaking, which I do across the world, and I talk about weddings and business. So when I'm not traveling, this is what I do. And I know you travel a lot too, hence the reason we couldn't come together because our schedules were crazy. I can remember one day I reached out to you and she said to me, Veronica, I'm leaving tomorrow. I said, me too. And she said, I'm going to be away. I said, me too.
That's true. I remember. Was back in May. We're like, oh my God.
Back in May.
We are like all around the place. That's crazy.
All over the place. It's like, okay, are you coming back? And she's like, well, I'm going to be back a certain. I said, well, I'm not coming back. And we're like, okay, let's scrap it and wait until we're settled in Toronto and you and I will talk. Listen, it was so beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Like I said, continue to do what you're doing. God bless you and your staff and your family. Stay as sweet as you are. You can come back anytime. And I will send you an email to reach out when I come by for a taste test. I'll come before Christmas. Again, I want to wish you the best. Christmas is coming. I know you'll have a prosperous Christmas and a great New Year. Again, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Veronica.
And please continue to carry that mantle. Like when I saw you in the airport, I went nuts. Like I saw the billboard and I was like, this is crazy. I said, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, and you were like right there in my face. And then I saw the hair too, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get to know what it is that she does and understand not even the curiosity about the person, but the person and the business. Because it's a marriage of who's behind the business. Thank you for sharing with us. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Veronica.
You're welcome. I just want to say thanks to everyone that joined us also. We had a great audience. Thank you so much, everyone that joined us. On behalf of myself and Mary, thank you for making our Wednesday wonderful. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
I love you. Bye. Hi, everyone. So I want to thank everyone again for being part of the live tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a great audience. Really appreciate you. I want to give some shout outs to some wonderful people that I met over the weekend. And first of all, I would like to thank Angie Stevens, from Angie and Kayla. And Kayla Lopez and Angie, they are from Spring Hill Suite Marriott. Against the Spring Hill Suite Marriott. And they're on Applewood Crescent in Vaughan, close to where I am. And I want to thank them so much. They've always been wonderful and really sweet when I stop by the hotel. Thank you again for your hospitality. I thank you for everything that you do. And again, a big shout out to Kayla and Angie of Springs Hill Suites by Marriott. Springs Hill Suites by Marriott. Shout out to you. I also want to give a big shout out to Cynthia Sriprakash. And Cynthia is, she is running in Ward 7 and 8 in the city of Brampton. Wonderful woman I met over the weekend. So basically, if you are interested in our platform, please reach out to her. Again, she is running in Ward 7 and 8. Wonderful. We had a great conversation over the weekend at the meet and greet, and she is running for office in Brampton. And also Daniela Balasel, she is running in Ward 7 and 6 and 7 and 7 and 8. And I want to give a big shout out to Daniela also. Continue to do what you're doing. As you guys know, I always get behind community leaders that have a wonderful platform, be it housing or women issues, the homeless, domestic violence. Those are the things that I'm really interested in and I've supported over the years. And these women are running for office. And if you know who they are and you're in their ward, I am asking you to, first of all, take a look at their platform. If it's something that you're interested in supporting, I am asking you to support them if the issues appeal to you. Thank you so much to everyone else for watching this evening. I really appreciate you, and I will see you next week. Bye for now. I love you.